What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to more Dishonored 2. So after realizing that I did completely skip this, I do apologize for that. I have went back, and as you can see, luckily I was able to go back in here and get what it was that I actually missed. And again, I apologize for skipping that. That was, of course, my fault. But we have rectified it and we fixed it. Now, at the end, it did say that there was 2 other bone charms that we have missed in this level. However, I am not seeing where any of those bone charms are, which is crazy. But either way, we're going to go ahead and continue on. Finally, completing and finishing this mission up, even though you already saw it technically in the last one. Hopefully... What the hell is going on here? There we go. Alright, so we're going to start up now, and we are moving on with this mission.
So it's done.
Yes, let's go. Take me back to the Dreadful Whale.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos and Delilah.
Alright, so as you can see, I went back and got it, so we are going to now continue on with the regular... Still, I don't know where those 2 bone charms are or why. Maybe it's a secret or something. But with that being said, let's continue.
For several years, Delilah's been here, getting stronger, turning people against me. Why didn't I see it coming? What was I doing during that time? Pretending to listen at court, ruling through an army of bureaucrats, waiting for the next chance to get free of Dunwall Tower. Well, now I'm free. If only I could go back. Aramis Stilton was once an ally of the Duke. The owner of Karnaca's mines, Stilton lived in a fortified bunker at the heart of the Dust District. No one's seen him for years, since around the time Delilah started making her moves. But whether Stilton's alive or dead, his home holds the key to Delilah's immortality.
Alright. I know there's something else that you guys said I missed was I could talk to Delilah's statue or something. And again, I apologize for that, but when you're playing the game on your own, that's something you might not necessarily unlock. Maybe you've seen others do it, that's how you knew about it. But it looks like we're moving on to the Dust District now. As far as powers go, we have 10 runes to spend, so why don't we go ahead and just start diving into to this. We really haven't done anything when it comes to agility. I don't think we need to worry too much about... Nah, we don't need to worry about that. Reflexes allow you to deflect any kind of incoming projectiles. We're not really going to get projectiles, so... Shadow kill, which is great. Unfortunately, we are not a killer, so getting that is worthless. That's worthless to us. Strength. Distract enemies from a greater distance with sound by throwing an object, such as a bottle, or target an enemy directly with a thrown object. This could come in handy. Break down weaker wooden doors with your sword. Now that, I would say, is definitely probably something. But let's see what else we have here. Vitality, increase your health. Yeah, that would definitely come in handy. It's good for now. So people have been wondering why I don't have dark vision, because I feel that dark vision is just too much of a holding your hand. I don't want, even though it's a really, really cool power, I don't want to see where enemies are. I want to have to be slow, methodical, and think about where enemies are going to be, as opposed to knowing exactly where they are. And that's my thought process when it comes to that. So let's see what we got. What is this? Improved shadow attack required. We got the rat shadows. We haven't used this a lot. Assassinate or capacity up to 2 enemies during shadow walk. That might definitely come in. Which one do I want? Let's get improved. not stealthy. So that's why we definitely don't want that. Alright, what else? Domino. Why not? Alright. And now our character is much more agile, but not at the expense of making it just too easy. Looks like she's no longer in here.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it.
Oops, I always hit the wrong button when I do that.
My mind is finally clearing. Now I can return to my work here, helping those who need it the most. What can I say about what you've done for me? Saved me from madness and worse, from giving in to a life of sadistic brutality. How could I ever repay you for that? Given who you are and what you're in Karnaca to do, I can only say good luck. The city, the country, the empire, everyone is counting on you. I'll send something special for you, by way of courier. I hope it helps.
Ashworth, the Duke, Jendosh, making us out in the city, but I'll explain.
With Ashworth eliminated, that should hamper Delilah's plans.
I never expected to feel so tired. I came to Karnaca for the food and the clean air. Now this.
Aramis Stilton's home looks more like a bunker than a mansion.
Closer to understanding Delilah's secret.
The
Now,
Dust District. I've read about the winds coming through the cleft in Shindaray Peak, how the city uses it for windmills and mining operations.
I wouldn't give for one more expedition to Pandesia, to see the cliffs rising up again, to watch the dust storms.
I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jendosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Howlo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
So that's actually pretty interesting. It's telling me that if we want to do it that way, we would literally have to kill the opposite side. It doesn't look like there's... Oh, there's a book here. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here, make sure there's no bone charms or runes.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
So I know a lot of people are asking where is Corvo's. Right now I'm really focused on getting Emily's continued, and then of course we will still be doing covers, so don't worry about that. Everybody always worries.
Ready now?
Ready.
I'll get you as close as I can.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke, loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Once you reach the Dust District, she'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Alright, we have all kinds of things. So let's count them up. We've got one. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is a lot to think about. But as always, we start with looking for everything. Such beautiful cities, though, man.
So won't you marry me? 12 weeks at sea.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. What young lieutenant got hit by an overseer? That won't happen until someone manages to kill either Paulo or vice overseer.
Downtrodden, the poor and forgotten, mudlarks, beggars, and orphans. Who speaks for them?
Silver dust out of my ears. Red pallets. That's it. All apples and slippers.
Alright, so we're not going to take out the wall of light because we do not want them to come up and examine anybody. Let's make sure we're still good to go. We're going to sneak around. There is another way inside. As you can see, you can do the wall of light. That way you can sneak around. We're not going to do that. We're going to go this way.
From the mines.
You guys watch this channel for a specific reason, to show you unique ways of getting around, and this is exactly why we do what we do. So nobody knows that anybody was messed with. The wall of light is still intact, so they think that everything is hunky-dory.
Stilton's home is just beyond here, but getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
So remember, we've already taken him down once. Alright, so this is neutral territory, which means we should be clear to maneuver whatever we want. As you can see, there's still all kinds of things around here. Many different ways to go. First things first is I want to head over to where that specific rune is. Uh-oh. Come on, PC game. Keep working for me here. It's really starting to lag here.
Stay on your side or you'll be spitting teeth. Far as I know, you might be an Overseer spy.
Alright, so you can tell that that's one space that we can't get into. And probably other ones over here. Yep, it's really lagging on me now. So I think this is a good opportunity to go ahead. Usually when it starts lagging like this, I just restart the computer and then it starts working fine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this part. I know it might have been a little shorter than others, but we will continue on with unlocking all of these runes and being as stealthy as possible. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.